everybody.
We're gonna have a talk.
We are doing this now this way so we can have a record of you, us, and the best people in the world.
And my mic
Drag
is always
racing.
off when I come in. That means that man been sitting over here playing.
Well, you know what,
Somebody over here playing.
maybe we need to put a rat trap out.
We need to get that camera up, Daddy.
Oh, it's in there.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Yeah, somebody's messing
it's-
with the mic. So
you got it dialed in?
Not a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
That is not a good
I
thing.
got it connected to my phone.
All right, you know what? I know we had a caller on the line.
Mm-hmm.
If she would just hold on a second, we know who it is. All right, because you know what? I gotta pay homage. You know, we always gotta pay homage to those sponsor people.
Them folk.
Their folk.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so we're gonna do that right now. And I always like to say, we appreciate and thank you to the following sponsors. You know, sometimes it's just not Memorex, it's live.
Yeah. Citrus have never had a blue in it before. This is such a pretty blue that I think I want to save it for Sky.
Oh my, okay, you know,
You like citrus?
this is a blue
Yeah.
candy, y'all, okay, so.
All
Are you
right.
gonna eat the blue candy? All right, I'm doing
Let's
the
rock.
sponsor. Yeah, we've rocked and
You gonna take it?
I'm trying to roll here with the sponsors. There they go. Okay, that's why we do what we do. Anyway, we appreciate and thank each of the following sponsors who have been so supportive of CUDRA, the Coalition of Ultimate Drag Racers Association, and our endeavors to bring the very best in every little thing that we do. With your continued contributions, we will strive to go farther and farther in making this the ultimate organization of drag racers. And I think we were seeing some all over Facebook, thanks to Ken this weekend. Kudra is consistently and constantly striving to add new sponsors to our list. Why not let your company be one of them? And you know, again, it's so easy to contact us. You can call us today at 216-939-5087 and say you want to join the family. Or you can hit us up on Facebook, on Instagram, on Twitter, or you can go to nostaticradio16@gmail.com, send us an email. Yes, or you can even call 216-633-2040 and talk to Decisive. We're always waiting. All right, so if you're located at 25 Alpha Drive in Unit 40, we got to say hey and hello and hi to the Minotas Trophies and Awards. And we got to say hi to Greg and to Kathy, to Nancy and to Sue and all those wonderful people. If you have the best rocker arms on the planet, you must be at 19769 Progress Drive, and you got to be hauling sharp. And say hello to Randy and Sue. And we never know what kind of puppies we're going to meet with every time we get there. Nobody's ever in a rush, but they're dying to get into RA Prince Funeral Services, located in Maple Heights, Ohio. Empty is not an empty glass. It is empty. Mickey Thompson Tires and Wheels, yeah, at 4600 Prosper Drive, Stowe, Ohio. And we gotta say hello to Carl and to Mr. Tommy Kendrick and to Kirk Finn, all the wonderful people there. These people are at 12550 Gar Highway, Chardon, Ohio. It is where performance begins, and they are still part of the family. How the performance? Yeah, and Matt has been on he's been on a rampage this year. Well, he's been doing some good things. Well, that's not good at all. Sorry, Matt. But you guys was gonna say had a Ron up there. Yeah, now I'm sure we know that Ron.
It ain't gonna be down long.
Exactly. So we know he was right on there. And to Trevor, and Vader's not with us anymore. Poor thing. P&P Profession Metal Polishing in Willoughby, Ohio, Mr. Doug Baumgartner. And what he says is not when I'm doing the work, it's the specialties that come afterwards. Say hello and hi, and these people enjoyed a good evening out the other day. If it's better, it's BBRT, Burt Brown Racing Transmission. So he and Sue enjoyed a good dinner. She had a good day the other day, so we're glad to hear that. Of course, perfect is not just a word, it's a way of life at Perfect Point 501 Converters, Hannon Parkway, Walton Hills. Say hello to Bubba and Rick, and we know Bubba's out there listening somewhere. You want to look good, you better go to 15620 Brook Park Road and talk to Mr. Dave Romer of R&R Auto Body. And say hello to Mr. Charlie Moore as well. Now this man, I'm waiting for this man to call in, and I think we got the better half on the phone. He's a bad man. He's a bad man. And he had a bunch of winners this weekend. Mr. Mark Cook, bad man racing, and oh my goodness, you know, I can't wait. I got a list of names to holler out about. The P,
Will be.
He's our two-wheel guru.
All right.
Always Mr.
There you
Henry
go.
Paul Racing. Yes, absolutely.
All right.
And we gotta say hello to Mr. Bill Wepler
Bill Wepler.
and WB Auto.
WB
And you know-
Auto.
And guess where he's located? I bet you can't guess his address.
Oh, no.
I don't know, it's 1100 West.
On the back of the road, huh?
Yeah.
I know, we got to stop by there, me and Urban plan on stopping by there
Okay,
sometime.
he'd be glad to see you.
All right,
All right, and this lady too, Miss Patty Klein, Rocco of East, of Erie.
all right,
Coast Customs and Collision and Columbia Station, and these people are a bunch of squares,
all right.
but they never stay in
In
the
the
box.
box? Oh, no,
Yeah,
they gotta
box
get out the
performance.
box.
They,
You know they gotta get out the box.
always out of the box.
There you go.
Yeah, so say hi to Margaret, Gary, and Corey too, and Jeff.
And Jeff.
And Jeff, gotta say
Alright.
hi to Jeff. Jeff was
Alright.
the voice. Jeff was the voice of Box Performance. He did such a great liner for us.
Oh,
It
yeah,
sounds-
oh,
yeah.
yeah. Jeff, I love it.
Sounds really, really
Right.
good. So,
Good guy, too.
with
Good
that
guy.
being said, how you been doing?
I've been doing great.
You've been busy.
Yeah, I've been busy.
We were busy.
Busy.
We were two sides of the spectrum this weekend.
Right.
Decisive.
Yeah.
Do we still have a caller?
No, I mean, they ain't nobody called back in yet.
Okay, all right. So the number is
All right.
216-939-5087.
Call in. And for everybody's listening, tune in to YouTube, because we are YouTube Live right now.
YouTube Live.
Right.
Live.
Yeah, drag racing, the ultimate sport. In fact, drag racing, ultimate sport. Don't put the "the" in there.
Don't put the because it should be just ultimate.
Yeah, drag racing, ultimate sport. We live right now, so there's no more Facebook. We're gonna do business with the
The two.
YouTube people, because we can end up getting paid.
Okay, yeah, for enough subscriptions, yes, you can.
Right.
Our son was doing
So
that.
subscribe to our channel
Subscribe.
and
Subscribe.
subscribe. All right. I said that, but it didn't come out that way. All right. And subscribe to our channel, and let's get strong together. Because we do give a lot back. We do for the back to school. We have parties and stuff like that when we can afford them.
You know what?
Woo! Yes.
Here's the thing. We know that you're just jealous because you wasn't
Right.
here when the ET came in the other day and said hi.
Yeah. E.T. That guy's a trip. I saw him this weekend. He just went by. He was in a hurry.
So he wasn't even hovering?
He was out there with the Bellino daughters out there
Really?
out the track Saturday. He was kicking it out there with them.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, when
And
does
she
he
told
stop?
me, she said, "Hey, where was you at?
What?
E.T. was right here." I'm
I
like,
know
girl,
that's
you just don't know. Everything I got is broke
I
down.
want you.
Me.
That's not true. That is not true.
Oh, you don't know. It
Yes,
is about true as you
I
can get.
do.
That's for real.
Yes.
Hey, and I got to shout out to a couple guys that, I was racing a long time ago. And this guy is literally my hero.
Okay.
And he was blasting them this weekend, and that's Mark Falk.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
I mean, Mark Falk got down with it,
Okay.
I mean, he got down with it. It was Mark Falk. I mean, you could write a book about this guy, He just the ultimate driver. I mean, his lights he was
Yeah,
killing it.
yeah.
Yes. So Mark, it was a pleasure to watch you work this weekend. And I'll tell you another thing, it was a pleasure. Matt Daddis, Vic Ellinger, two or three guys, I can't, man. I told you, the family used to come out there. Nick,
cares?
no.
Okay. Nick Sampson.
Yeah, Nick Sampson
Yeah.
and his family was out there, and I'm telling you what, I got to take my hat off to Vic Ellinger, because Vic got a car, this Duster,
Right.
right? This Duster had 3 drivers at that race.
You know what? I'm reading that.
Right. This Duster had, 3 drivers that went down into the rounds, and then Vic ended up winning in the car.
Now, this is Zach Hawthorne. He said, had a pretty good weekend overall at the Monster Mopar weekend. Had a rerun of this final down to 6 with Mac Davis.
Right.
Then had to race the person who taught me the most in a big car for the first time down to 3 was Big Ellinger. He said he taught me some lessons at the top end, to say the least. .006 separated us at the tree. Wow! Are you serious with this?
Yes, yes.
Oh my goodness!
I'm telling you, it was more power. But these guys put on the show.
He said, he said, Matt got the win. Really proud of them. Congratulations,
Right.
father, all that good stuff. You know,
Right,
and then and then of course we're gonna talk about the bad man.
right,
You know, and so that just goes to show you when you put this on the track,
right,
and you know, Mark Cook has had a lot of good winners.
right.
You know, so but go ahead because
Yeah.
did you even talking about Fly Dartman?
Oh, yeah, Joe Luzard.
Joe Luzard, yeah.
Yeah, he went down, he lost in the finals, but Joe had a pretty good weekend.
Okay,
Right, Joe had a damn good weekend.
okay,
All right,
so,
yeah, he was killing it too.
you know what, and happy belated birthday to my namesake Denise, who was born on the same day as me, July
Yeah.
14th.
Wow.
You know, so yes, I gotta say
Two
happy,
Denises.
two Denises. So
There's no
happy-
such word.
Yeah, I know.
You tell me.
So that's.
Hey, let me start off by
Go ahead,
saying
go
this.
ahead.
I'd like to give a big thanks and a big hug to a guy and his mother, Josh King.
Okay.
He's the CEO of this race.
Mm-hmm.
He let us in and we filmed.
I saw. I was trying to like everything.
Right.
You know,
Right.
and you guys did such a good job. I mean, that was. See, now, and let me tell you something about that. You
Right.
are really spoiling a lot of people.
Am I?
Yes, they are looking forward to you know what I'm saying?
Well, I'll tell you what, I didn't have as many lookers on No Static as I did when I went on my own name.
Mhm.
They started showing up.
Right, because
Yeah.
they, you know, and then you have to post it on those static, so
Right.
you know, everybody, all of our friends,
Right,
gets
yeah,
it.
so guys, go to my name, No Static, you'll see what you didn't see if you go to No Static, we was there from the second round on, and, a lot of good people, a lot of smiles, a lot of hugs, and it was out of sight, but, Josh, am I saying that right? Josh King, right there,
Joshua.
Joshua,
It's Josh.
okay,
It's
yeah.
still Josh. It's
Yeah,
still
we call it
Josh.
Josh, yeah.
It's Josh.
Yeah, Josh King, he's the CEO of this race.
Okay.
And I tell you, we looked at this cat's car.
Oh, really?
Oh, he got a bad car. He got a nice, you'll see it, go on my sites and No Static and just check him out. Good guy, his mother's a sweetheart,
Aw. We're
yeah.
gonna have to drag him in here.
Right.
Drag him
Or
in here.
give him the call, cause
We-
they out of Indianapolis.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
That's a good place to, you
Right.
know what, every time we go there, the people are so sweet.
Right.
Every time we've been there, so I don't know if it's in the water there or what, but.
And they had my man announcing, Ron Hudley was.
Oh, it was the
I
bomb.
love Ron.
It was the, if Ron was on the mic,
Yeah.
if Ron was on
Yeah.
the mic, yes, it was, that was the, I'm gonna say it was the shiznit.
Right.
That was some good stuff.
So, I took time to go up in the tower and shake them up and stuff like
That's
that.
good, that's
You
good.
know.
And I know the track was still just as gorgeous as what,
The track it was awesome.
I don't know what it is, what did they do? I mean, it just looks so,
Well,
Good.
that's that new concrete.
wow.
And I'll tell you what, them Mopars was eating it up, Jack.
Didn't even
It
have a
was-
sign that said Mopar parking only.
They was out there lighting it up. I had a good time.
That's good.
I thought I had to give Irvin a couple volumes because his blood pressure was so
Oh, I know.
They cooled him down and stuff. He went up in the stand and fell asleep for a little while.
Did you have a water hose to hold it down?
Yeah,
I know he needed
He
it.
was going.
I know
He didn't sit down the whole while. He called me up at 3 o'clock. He just woke
I
up
just,
today.
I just could imagine the people he was talking to.
Oh, yeah.
You know, because the one thing Irvin is good at is interviewing, because
Right.
he talks to everybody.
Right, he talks to
You know,
everybody.
I'm
Yeah.
surprised you didn't drag him down here today to talk
Right.
about this. That was great. So, you know what, you got that. I'm giving him a call, so whenever he's around or in town, or we can just do a phone interview.
Right.
With
We'll
him.
do a
That would be-
phone interview.
That
right.
would be, I did send a special message out to Mr. Evan Bader,
All right,
and I said I have a favor to ask of you.
right,
So I'm announcing it now,
right,
and everybody that knows, give Skeet a holler,
right.
because we need him here.
It was good hanging out with Evan. He was pretty busy. I
know
was
it
checking out his techniques.
Mhm.
Yesterday was his water box day.
Okay. But let's bring it down to the front row.
Right,
You don't go too many tracks,
right,
other than Thompson is one of them,
right,
where you see the promoter, the owner, the part owner
right,
is busy as his staff,
right.
and you get that.
Well, yeah, and all of them, this year, we know how Jim Curtis is gonna work out.
And like I said, and Thompson is one
Yeah,
of them.
and Ron Matcham, he be on it. When Gary been down. Ron been out there running them tractors. He need to go a little bit faster spreading the tubes.
Well, now here's the
But
thing. They
he's out
only,
there.
they only let Ron cut the grass.
No, he was out there because
So
Gary,
he's got to
Gary
learn.
had that appendix operation.
Oh, wow.
And he
Okay.
was out there on the tractor.
Speed
And I
recovery,
was saying,
yeah.
who's driving that tractor? Because he's going a little bit too slow, you know?
Maybe you should have gone and helped, because they don't usually let
Well,
Ron
ain't
out on
nobody
the
used
truck.
to
But
be,
you,
you
but
know,
you,
nobody
but you know what? You gotta. That's part of the learning process.
Right,
That's
right.
part. So you know what? We gotta talk about these great people,
Right,
and I'm hoping that someone will call in.
right,
And according to Mr. Mark Cook, who's one of our sponsors and a good friend, and also born on my birthday.
right.
Y'all need to leave me alone.
Yeah.
Don't get another birthday. But anyway, he says Badman customers had a pretty good weekend. Robert Neighbor won Super Comp in Sonoma. So he
Okay.
was somewhere else.
Okay.
Jeff Huer won Super Pro at 42.
Wow.
Ryan C. won Pro and runner-up in Super Pro. Nick Harris doubled up
Right.
at the Mopar race at Norwalk. And I just heard that Vic was going, well, we just talked about Vic.
Right.
It was going off and winning every other class at the Mopar race too. Also forgot Rick Bear
Right.
had to race himself. How do you race yourself?
I don't know.
Well, Rick Bear had to race himself in the final in the south. He didn't say where it was, but he was down south somewhere.
Wow.
Bill Webb won the door car side of Quick 32.
Right.
Zach Manuel, runner up in Pittsburgh, 10th, and Tim McGuire. We know Tim McGuire
Yeah.
settled for runner up and a
All right,
semi-finish.
All right.
Zach Hawthorne was runner up. John Rankle semi-finish. Also
Right.
got another add-on. Dominic Lesson Tempo Jr. went down to the semi and final. Look, I don't know what Mark is putting in y'all's engines,
All right.
but all I know is you need to go see this man. Because when you can claim that many winners
All right.
and you're putting their,
That's right.
it's not in the water,
All
y'all.
right. All right.
It must be in the skills.
Got it. Yeah. Got to be in.
It must
And
be
the
in the
machine
skills. Yep. So
All right.
if you want to brag, now I saw Jeff Huer Kia.
All right.
And I saw a few other people Kia because I posted their names.
Right.
The number is 216-939-5087. We don't need to do all this bragging about you
Right,
guys.
right.
You all need to do all this bragging about yourselves.
You need
'cause
to tell us how we want to know.
what was the
public
feeling?
wanna know.
What were you
You know?
doing? What
Right.
was what was your everybody? You got a lot of listeners out here. You got
Right.
YouTube going over here.
It's drag racing.
It's drag
Is
racing.
it the ultimate?
It's about
This
the
is the
ultimate-
ultimate sport
You
or
know,
what?
It's,
This
you
is
know
the
what?
ultimate
And
sport.
we got the ultimate people.
There you go.
You know, and I ain't bragging, but we got the ultimate
That's
host.
right.
What can I
We
say?
got some of the baddest bracket races right here in Ohio.
We do. We do. I hear some music in the background, which means we gotta pay the bills.
All right.
So again, 216-939-5087. We ain't bringing no static, but they sure have brought about the noise this coming weekend.
All right.
Yes.
Hey, to be talking about it while we still live, YouTube live.
Right.
I got a project I'm going to be starting under Hozak. I'm going to start the project under Hozak, and I'm completely smallly disassembling a car, and I'm going to put it back together and I'm going out and racing. I'm not gonna put no cam in it, I'm not gonna put no, gears in it, I already got a 14 gear. I'm gonna work with what I got, you know? And, so look for Hozak 24/7 on YouTube channel. And, I'm gonna start this project, tearing down, taking out, putting back in. I'm even gonna sit up and I'm gonna make a set of headers, custom made headers for this car. Now, I don't know if I should do everything, you know, because everything takes time, but I will show sections of me doing it. And I got everything for my Barracuda just about. I'm waiting on a few more things to come in. I'm going to see the bad man. That's what I'm going to see. I'm going to see the bad man. And I'm waiting on a few more things to come in the mail. And I'm off to Wakeman, Ohio, for real. So, stay tuned. Stay with us. No Static Radio right here.com.
We got a lot more to talk
We
about.
got a lot more to talk about. So, we live.
Yes.
Whatever you do,
I did not mean to do that.
What did you do?
again, Josh, I got your card here too. Joshua King, Delaware,
The Life Act team has been helping to save lives
Indiana.
in East Ohio by educating teens to understand and identify the
Indiana.
warning signs of depression.
Indianapolis,
The Life Act empowers them
Yeah.
with the
Yeah.
tools they need to get
There you
help
go,
for
right there.
themselves
Okay.
or
That's
another
everything about it.
in order to help prevent
We're gonna
suicide.
email them,
Life
we're
Act's
gonna
dedicated and caring
Right.
instructors have
You can see
delivered
yours.
educational face-to-face
So-
suicide programs to over
Give somebody else we
170,000
know that's on
students in
Delaware.
Northeast Ohio
Or
since
those in
2000.
Indianapolis. I forgot who it was.
They relay their knowledge of this sensitive topic
Yeah,
presented
Indy, ain't
in a
it?
way that keeps
Huh?
middle and high
Indy.
school
Is that where
students
the track
engaged
is?
and open to sharing.
And no, Indy,
Our
still
office
maybe.
staff maintains a passionate community for this organization.
It'd be nice. I would like to do the Dragon match again this year.
Yeah, somebody actually posted on there. I got a thing from Facebook to say that they still liking the Dragon match. Like,
Yeah. Something like to do it. Yeah. So we gotta make us some money here.
I know.
You know?
I was almost wondering, should I have gone to work today? I'm like, really? But I went.
The tires stay up?
Yes.
Alright, I mean, that's what counts. You know?
Hey, flying up
I
the
don't know if
side.
I should shut that off or keep recording. It went crazy on me.
Former national champion from the Ohio.
Here again, messing with the YouTube channel and
Yeah,
he's sharing stuff and having a good time
He resuming.
over there. So we have resumed. Now, how do you get to your page? Because this is your new page on YouTube.
Yeah, drag racing, ultimate sport on YouTube.
Okay, so it's drag racing
Alright.
ultimate sport, not D. Don't put the
Yeah.
on there.
Alright.
Just drag racing ultimate.
I
Sport.
usually show drag
YouTube.
racing because the hillbilly racing, that guy is beautiful. He loved me. He loved us to show all of his stuff.
Okay, and we're talking about this man. We're gonna give him a call, Mr. Josh King,
All right,
who is the CEO and Monster Mo Power.
Monster Mobile.
Monster Mo Power.
Right,
And
right.
there was some monsters.
But it was a pleasure watching Vic and his guys. They beat up on that little duster. I'm telling you, they beat up on, and that duster don't do nothing but what it's supposed to do.
Right.
I mean, it didn't flutter, it didn't miss, it didn't pop.
It did its
It
job.
just done its job each and every
I
time.
know when they put it on the trailer, his poor little tongue was hanging out, but they did it. Now, let me ask you,
Right,
small block, big block in that duster, what's in
Small block.
the small block in there?
right.
Okay.
Right. And Vic is a simple guy.
Yeah.
He like everything to be simple and where it can be consistent.
Right.
You know, I know that about him.
So
I've talked to him a number of times and everything. And
so nothing
I got-
fancy, just
my hat goes off to you, Vic,
Mhm.
for real. And Nikki cares, and Mike cares, and Richie cares, class act guys too.
And
Class act.
I know Mike was just, his
Mike.
chest, I know he didn't have any buttons on his shirt.
Yeah, Mike.
He was wearing a
Mike,
t-shirt.
he went down into the rounds. Mike done pretty good yesterday, I heard.
Okay.
And he went down into the rounds, when I was out there, I mean, day before yesterday, he done pretty good. And he went down into the rounds, when I was there yesterday. I think he went to the second or third round.
No, okay.
But,
So he had a little bit of
you
fun going
know,
on.
Nikki kept him busy. I think Nikki was in 2 or 3 different classes. He made the Top Gun or the Quick 32 or something like that, which that's the one he won and everything. But
Okay.
he was in the Super Pro, the no box, and
Did those people
Them cats-
sleep?
them cats do it, man. They do it. They put the racing.
Yeah, so when they say I'm tired, don't call me after
Right.
8, don't call
And
them
you
after
know
8.
what? I keep looking for it to be there, and I could have swore AMC is part of Mopar right now.
Are they? Really? Since when?
AMC, yeah, AMC and Mopar.
Okay.
I've always been, and I was looking for Mad Botanic and the Botanic gang, but I guess they was out of town doing their thing though. Cause I seen something where, Steve Botanic was somewhere racing,
Okay.
you know?
I saw that earlier.
Right, him and his brother and stuff, so. Good guys there, yesterday though, I mean, I had a blast. And, it'd be nice, guys, if you called in, tell us a little bit about your day. And,
How it went for you.
you know,
We know that you had a good time.
and, you know, people think bracket racing is so hard. They really
You know,
think it's hard.
But, you know, we've
And
had
it-
this discussion.
And if you don't have good discipline, it is.
Well, bracket racing is a mind game, okay? And a lot of people don't want to think.
Well, it ain't really a mind game.
Yes,
It's about being consistent.
it's mind game.
It's about being, I mean, I'm looking at what goes on. It's about having your ride straightened out
Mm-hmm.
and being consistent. Your driving got to be, it ain't just up to the car, it's up to the drivers too.
Well, see, but that's what I'm saying.
Right,
That's what I'm saying, and you have to think about what it is you're doing.
right.
Yeah, you know, and you gotta keep your opponent off of you, or you gotta go get your opponent.
You got,
Most, and I'm not saying most, I'm not saying, but a lot of people just like the A and B, just let me get off this line and see what I can do.
well, a lot of people like to keep it simple, mash it to the floor and let it go. You know.
That's what I'm saying.
And bracket racing, it ain't that easy. It's not that
And
easy.
and
But
it's,
these guys make it look easy.
yeah.
They make it look easy, I swear. And you couldn't tell me,
But
you couldn't tell me 20 years ago that you got 3 guys driving one car and all
That
of
is
them end up in the finals.
But, you know, that's
That's crazy.
yeah.
That's crazy.
That's nuts, because you got 3 different personalities, none of them gonna treat the car the same way.
And you know what, guys, to me, this tells me something that a lot of us out there, of course, I'm not racing, but a lot of guys out there need to get their act together. Really. Because these guys is cutting the trees and driving that finish line.
But the most guys that you talking about are not trying to bracket race.
Yeah.
So
I'm
therefore.
not talking about guys, don't put me, I'm talking about a certain guy. No, because
Okay.
I'm definitely not talking about a certain guy. I'm talking about the rest of us that go out
Yeah.
there for the last couple of years. I haven't been where I wanted to be,
Mhm.
and maybe because, my financial status and all that good stuff. I gotta take care of business of this, watching over No Static and Hoosier and stuff like that,
Yeah.
Now that I'm retired, my mind is busier than it ever was moving a piece of
You
equipment.
know, a lot of people say that
Right.
once you retire, you are busier than you were
I
working.
got
think
more
because,
responsibility.
yeah, I think because when you're working, you have a routine. You go to work
Right,
and you come home and you do what you do and you go, But then especially when people know that you're available, then
you
then
know how
it
many
gets
times
crazy.
been asked to drive a truck?
You know,
I don't wanna drive a truck no more.
well, you
I'm done,
you get.
you know?
But you know what? what were we talking about? People don't miss you until you're gone.
Right,
You know, now you're not there. You've been retired now almost 4 years,
right.
right? Almost 4 years. Now the old school that was there with you wasn't appreciated, you know, because see the old school would work overtime, do what they needed to, keep their stuff together.
Right.
Now they got that new school in there that said, you know what, my clock said I work these 8 hours, I ain't doing nothing.
Right.
And they not getting the same. They're not getting the same dedication as they would, you know, so now they try to pull that old school back in, and the old school said, nope, did my job, no. So,
It tripped out.
yep, especially when they know the job was done right.
Wow. Lot of good people that we know, is, doing good, and I'm proud of, really,
Yeah,
especially Mark Paul. It was nice to see Mark Paul behind the wheel again.
yeah, you bragging
It was
about
nice
him.
to see him, cause he is a driving sensation.
But you know what? I cannot wait to see Mo Evans back out.
Right,
The car is running.
oh, yeah.
Yeah, the car, he,
Oh,
you know.
coming.
So so I can't
I
wait
know
to
he
see
miss
little
it.
Mo. Yeah, oh
He's been
yeah.
running all his life, I
Yeah.
know he miss it.
He said that the car is ready to rumble, so
Right,
that's gonna be, you know, that's gonna be a nice treat to see him back. So it's just it's
and,
gonna be a debut.
you know what, I got to talk about the staff at Summit, guys, they treated me like a king,
Mm-hmm.
for real.
Mm-hmm. It was quite good. I sent a message. You
Right.
better have.
Right. Really. We had a good time. Like I said, I hung out with Evan all day, you know, checking out his sweeping technique.
Yeah, was he doing a good job?
Throw a little water over there, you know, hey, you know what? And I understand fully, the job, that's, everything that got to do with racing is important. People don't
Very,
realize.
they don't. If one person is not doing, and it's like a domino effect.
Right, right.
You know.
And he sort of, I can see my dad having me work every aspect of what he's doing,
Mm-hmm.
you know,
So you know.
if I wanted to get into business. But, you know, unfortunately, you know, my dad
Was a truck driver and had you working every aspect of the business. So he did his job,
All right,
didn't he?
all right, I
Yeah,
keep it clean
yeah,
like
did he
that.
ready? He was.
But that's not what I'm talking about.
No, well, it's the truth.
All right, all right,
Yes.
all right. So, how was your day?
Decisive is not listening over there. Okay. How was our day?
Right,
It was,
at the Cleveland Browns camp.
wow. Now, here's, this is the part that got me. It wasn't even about being there, it was about getting there,
Right,
right? It was about actually getting to the grounds. They even had the employees park.
Got a
So-
call.
Okay, well, I'll tell you that story in a minute. You got no static radio. Who do we have on the line? Hello, hello.
Hello?
Hi.
Hello?
Hello.
hello.
Mark.
Hey,
Hey.
Mark, how you doing, man? Congratulations.
We got. You know what? We got to keep up an applause for him because this man got so many winners out there. It's a shame.
Right.
It's a-
Let me get an applause.
She got a beef up her.
There you go.
Yeah. All right, Mark. How you doing, man?
Not too bad.
Okay, I know that's right. I know that's right.
Definitely had a good weekend.
Yes, definitely.
Absolutely.
I don't think there's too many shops that do the kind of work you got this weekend had the success you had this weekend. You know, I mean,
He had a
maybe
lot
in
of
the
success,
past, but this weekend is yours. This past
though.
weekend,
It was a Mark Cook show.
yes.
Yeah, definitely an awesome weekend, you know, and you guys talking about Vic's car, we just actually finished that motor for him last week, and he just put that in, and that was his first race out with that car. And then, Karis, he got a motor, Vic's dad's car, I think they won in that, that's got one of the motors in it, the Volvo's got a motor in it, so, yeah, they won I think they won every race out there, it sounded like, so,
Right.
definitely a good weekend out there for the Mopar race.
Wow. It was awesome, man. I had a blast. blessed being there. And I really wasn't expecting, you know, my attitude was kind of down because last year I was racing there. So,
Right.
you know, so when I got there and seen some of the guys and talked to them, and especially, you know, looking at Mark Falk be out, you know, was out there and Nick and Mike and everybody. And then, you know, you done all the engines, man. I'm like, I'm tripping.
I mean, Rick Beer,
I was
everybody.
like, yeah.
Wow.
Wow, it was definitely a good weekend, Mark. You know, it's heart touching, you know? It really is.
Oh, it's awesome when you got a bunch of customers doing good, you know, I mean,
Right.
you know, I mean, they have, you know, hope, you know, they like their engines, you know, you also have to be a good racer, you know, and we have a lot of good racers with our engines, and, you know, it's good advertisement for the business.
Well, you know, the other thing is that no two combinations are the same. So I mean, you got to figure out who's doing what, where, how, and when, and why they want to do this and all that good stuff. And he had 3 different drivers in one car, and come on
Right,
now.
that's
You
awesome.
got to pat yourself on the back for that one.
Right, them guys,
I mean, they're good racers too, that helps.
Yeah.
You know,
Right.
They have somebody knows what's going on, but, yeah, they just put that motor in last week, and that was their first race out in it, and, yeah, it's definitely a neat deal.
right, and we do have, I think Ohio has some of the best bracket racers in the country.
I think so.
I think we
Oh,
just,
there's no doubt about that at all.
right.
Especially the no box guys, they're scary. I mean, it's just, they're so good.
Right,
You know, they're better than probably 75, 80% of the you know, the box racers. I mean, they are definitely in a league of their own.
wow. Well, man, I got to say, I'm proud that, you know, you're so close to me and everything, and, you know, being right there in Wakeman, is just about 45 minutes away from me. I'm coming at you, still I'm coming at you, because, I got a lot of things on my plate that came before, so you know how that is. Life comes first, and then
Yep.
you're racing, you know?
That's why I haven't been racing. I've raced a little bit, but I've only been out 2 times. But, you know, I got to take care of my customers, you know, so, you know, I have the ability to go racing one of these days. But, yeah, I want to keep everybody happy. So
Right.
That's why I haven't been racing.
Right. Yeah, you've done the job at the Quick 32 before this one. You won both of them.
Yeah.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a car I never drove before, and, yeah, it was actually the guy that I used to work for. It was his car, and one of my friends ended up getting it, and, yeah, I jumped in it, never drove it before in my life, and, yeah, we wore them out 2 days in a row. It was, definitely an awesome weekend.
Wow.
You know what? Maybe that's the you know that's the thing. Jump in a car that's never been down the track. You know,
No.
brand new engine
Let me
just
tell you
go.
something, there's not too many guys can do what he did, you know? He's good, you know? Well, hey, Mark, I wanna thank you for calling in, man. I don't wanna hold you up. And,
No problem.
keep up the good work, man, cause, I saw Awesome all day yesterday. I saw it all day yesterday. And,
Well, thanks for the advertisement.
Oh, never, we love it. We love it. Out of Wakeman, Ohio.
we supposed to be at 42 with a open comp race. I gotta check, see what's up, but it's the 18th or 19th.
18th and 19th of August, which is
Right.
coming up. August is coming up in 2 days.
Yes.
So, you know, we'll be doing, I'm gonna put the event out there and see what we got going, you know, and, we look for some good racing. Of
Right,
course,
good
it's always
racing.
good racing,
Right.
you know, and so, we won't be surprised if the engine is made by
Bad man racing is-
was
Right.
built by a bad man racing engine at all.
Right. All right, Mark, hey, man, thanks for calling in.
Thank you.
And we're gonna put out the word.
And again, congrats to all of your,
Thank you very much.
all of your children out there.
Yeah. All right.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
Thanks,
Take care.
Mark.
Bye-bye.
So we were talking, you know, so glad that he called in.
Right.
I mean, he's got to be like a proud father. You know what I'm saying? He put
Proud businessman.
a proud businessman.
Right.
Same thing.
Hard-working. Yeah,
Hard
I would
working,
say that.
and then like he said, you put some awesome racers behind some great engines, and what do you
Yeah.
expect?
Well, you know, just like a couple other guys I know that got machine shops, we kinda had it hanging up, cause the money's coming in and, you know, the guys need to take engines, you know?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
Unfortunately, they not with us, you know, like Mark is, and, I can't mention.
and we don't.
Right.
That's what y'all get. No,
Right.
that's
Right.
what y'all get. But see, you know, when it's good like that,
Right.
and look at it, wow, wow. So you were asking, you know, we forgot to say hi to Jennifer. We say hi to Jennifer.
Oh, yes.
But that's
Oh,
okay.
God.
Jennifer knows we love her.
Right. Tell Jennifer we
We
said
gotta say
hello.
hi. Just
Right.
probably still listening anyway. But you
know,
were asking on the flip side, because No Static was like on two different spectrums.
Right.
And like I was telling you, it was great being
Right.
there in the park, but the exciting, well, it wasn't the exciting part. It was just the hardest part was getting there.
Right.
Was, you know, they didn't even let the employees park close.
Right.
All right, they took them and put them in a field somewhere media wasn't even that close.
Okay.
But here's the thing, for all the streets that surrounded the Browns camp, you couldn't park on the street without a parking pass. You could not park on the street. Now, the residents knew this,
What?
so they buy up all the parking passes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And you have to buy it from
You
them.
gotta buy them from them, right. This
Wow,
man, I
that's
swear,
tripped out.
and Disciple will tell you, this man had a two-car driveway, literally.
Okay,
Had
well, we jump back, let everybody know, we jump back from, you know, Mark Cook just got finished
Right.
calling in, and we jump back to
To what the other,
Denise and Lady Decisive went to a Cleveland Browns workout.
yeah,
The first one, right?
No, this was the fourth.
The
This is the
fourth
fourth one, yeah.
Okay, all right.
so you had to buy the tickets, and we thought we were parking in a good parking spot. The man ran down the street, told us they will tow you if
Right,
you don't have that ticket in your window.
right,
Now, I mean, if they wasn't getting nothing but $30, like I said, one driveway can only hold 2 cars, and he had $15 for parking.
Yeah.
So he made $30 because he
you know
couldn't park.
what, I would call, what's his name, Steve? Sam?
Well, the
You
thing,
need to hook us up.
but the thing of it is that everybody was going through the same thing.
Yeah,
So and now.
Did everybody have a radio station that was bringing in remote?
Well, HBO was there, and
Yeah.
and
Well, I'm
they-
pretty sure HBO didn't have to walk that far.
Yes, they
Yeah, they
did.
did. HBO, ESPN, and 96.
Had to walk that far. They sure did.
Yeah.
Because we walked past where the
I
media.
don't think so.
No,
Yeah,
just
we
trust
walked
me.
past,
We
yeah.
walked past where the media was,
Yeah,
and it
we
was
did.
not close.
Yeah.
It was not close. That was tripped out. And we're like,
Mhm.
you could see the goalposts,
Mhm.
and you could see what, and the media part was like a driveway, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Like an
yeah,
alley.
Yeah.
They had
yeah.
to walk, yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what, I was at Summit Motorsports Park yesterday.
Well, we're not
And-
finished about, we know where you were, but
All right,
anyway, like
all
I
right.
said.
I wanna get back to drag racing.
Okay, but you asked us what we were doing now.
All
We
right.
had no static,
Come
so,
on
yeah, be fair.
Alright,
All right, so, anyway, we got there, great crowd, beautiful crowd.
alright,
We did get a lot of, video,
Right.
Mhm.
shots and everything. And the funny part was we did a lot of walking. And they were on one side of the field, right?
alright.
So we walked all the way around to get the shots, and then they changed sides. And it was, so,
Like, what the what?
so, but they looked really good. A
Right.
lot of, I saw a lot of speed.
Mhm.
Alright, that's what we got a young team.
I
Yeah,
saw,
those guys were
We got a
good.
young, and though we didn't win a game last, we got a young team.
Josh Cribbs was there looking on.
Mhm.
We only had one blowout last year.
He's the special teams, one of the assistants. Special
Right,
team
he was
coaches.
there, he was
Mhm.
watching, really tight.
Yeah, we had some close ones.
Alright,
Yeah, and, we do have some pictures with some players, we just
alright.
decided when she gets her sea knees back.
No, I've been posting all day.
Okay, I didn't see him,
Mhm.
okay,
Been
so,
posting all day.
but, yeah, I mean, it's just.
Not
good
on
to-
my page.
Okay, but you know, it was just great to see that we could be in two different locations
Mhm.
at the same time, and so No Static was, we're on the move. We're actually on the move.
That was cool.
Alright,
So,
so,
how long was you on the air yesterday?
we were there from about three, something to three
Six.
to a little after 6.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Did you interview anybody?
You really couldn't,
Couldn't?
yeah, you really couldn't.
Oh, no, you couldn't.
No, you couldn't. I
You
mean,
couldn't?
No, they're not, no, first of all, outside of the, media outlets that they had, their ESPN 92.3 Sports Time Ohio and HBO,
Right,
no one else was, getting anything, like, they don't even have the other photographers there. Like, if you're not with one of those 4 outlets,
yeah.
they
Okay.
don't even have, like, no one extra this year
We-
because of the Hard Knocks, HBO
Right.
being there and filming, and they take up a good portion of it. Like, you don't see, ESPN is all the way in the back. So it's Sports Time Ohio, they're over by the snack shack.
They sure were.
ESPN was over by where the kids were playing at, by the bouncy house.
Right.
You
And
know,
the
so
bounty house was behind everything.
everything,
So
yeah,
we
so
got-
the
yeah.
only people that have access to the field is HBO.
Right, and we got some pretty good, from where we were positioned,
Right.
we got some good shots.
And normally, like, where we were at and where we walked around, like, normally there's like hundreds of other photographers and cameras, no
So y'all didn't
Cleveland.com.
interview nobody?
No,
We couldn't.
no,
We
you
couldn't.
can't. Like, HBO is there, like, nobody's getting
What about some of
through.
the spectators?
No, what we wanna interview them for? We
Yeah,
wanna
they-
go
Oh, there
play.
might be a
You know what, the
No.
one thing
Nah.
the one thing that I saw about a lot of the spectators, they had the shirts on, they were there for free shirts.
We
it
missed
was-
getting our free service.
We sure did. And they, I think they were more interested in what was going on outside than what they were. And then you saw some Patriots jerseys there for some reason. I didn't know what that was about.
Like New England, like, what is it? What?
Right.
Well-
But we got like I said, got some good shots and
Okay.
they're on Facebook. All right, so with that being said, and we are back to us.
Back to us. Drag racing, ultimate sport.
Right.
Thanks for listening in. Hey, I was ready to say, I was at Summit yesterday. Wasn't expecting this,
Okay.
you know, but I wanted to get the vehicle in, that's all I asked.
I know you
Right.
told, yeah.
Cause I had the 3-4 cameras, you know,
Right.
and stuff like that. I was surprised what come on in. Right.
That was, yeah.
Josh said, let him in.
Uh-huh.
Right.
And,
I didn't want, I told the lady 3 times, I'll pay to get in. You know, I paid, you know, we was both willing to pay to get in.
Right.
And I didn't wanna get in free. You know, I just wanted to get my car in free.
right.
You know,
And she said,
she said,
come
talk
on
to
in.
Josh said, come in. That was great.
Wow.
Right. And I worked it.
And
you
they
know.
saw,
Right.
I'm sure they saw you working, and
Right.
you know, and I'm
Right.
sure they were, really pleased with that.
Right, saw Charlie Moore out there, he brought his car out.
Oh, really?
Yeah, didn't have no motor in it, he was
Okay.
trying to sell it,
Oh,
beautiful car.
what about his son? Doesn't he have a son that was
He got a
racing?
son, I don't know what's up with him, I
Yeah.
don't know if he racing or not, you
Okay.
know. I didn't see Dennis Moore out there.
No,
Denny
Denny
Moore.
Moore,
Yeah, Denny
Denny
Moore.
Moore, Denny
No,
Moore.
no, he got Chevrolets.
Well, no,
He
we
couldn't
didn't
come
want
to
to
that
see him
race.
anyway.
But- Again, being at the race and seeing the guys, it was a good performance. It was a good weekend for Batman Racing Engines. And I want to thank Summit Motorsport Park and More Power Event. Thank you for having us. And next year, I hope it'll be a blast. I really hope it'll be a bigger
You know what, I'm
blast.
sure it will be.
Right.
Well, it always
They had
is,
over
though.
600 cars.
Right, it always is though.
Right, it's always, yeah.
That's always a super race.
And always, yeah, good race. Didn't get a chance to go to the swap meet like I wanted to go. Because I need a few parts, but I'm waiting on some new ones to come. Then I can take my engine and have Mark do his thing to it. Which, you know, basically, I'm building, 600-700 horsepower motor, so that I can get 200 runs off of, without worrying
That's
about,
what's up.
rebuild. you know.
Right.
Right, so, the crank, I don't know where, Meadows Crank went over, they got one of my cranks, and I wanna get it, so Meadows Crank, if you're listening, I need my crank, that's one thing I was waiting on.
Where are
Well,
what
the
do you
guy I
mean?
bought the crank for had sent it there, and I bought it from him, and,
So are you sure it's there?
oh yeah, it's there, he
Okay.
showed it to me when I went there, and I've been trying to get in touch with him ever since. But that's the crank, I got a crank in the motor, but, my best intuition is telling me, don't
Don't mess
touch
with
that
that
motor, yeah. you know.
First thought is usually the best one.
Right, so I wanna use what, cause, you know, Pat and them, they check for straightness and all that stuff, and they give you the bearings and all that stuff. you
Right.
know. A lot of people don't know, I like putting my own engine together, most of it I get done is machine work.
Right,
So,
right, yeah, cause
yeah,
you usually
you know.
take it all apart, make
Right,
sure
the
it's,
only one putting
yeah.
the motor together for me is Jack up in Michigan, at Valley's, Mopar thing.
yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, we went and got that motor
Yeah.
from him, but other than that, I don't know, it's just something I like doing, you know? And I always thought Chrysler, now guys, you tell me if I'm right. I always thought Chrysler should have took, they design, they had the LA motor,
Mm,
and sort of like blew it up in diameter and
Okay.
made it the big block,
but I got a question.
alright?
Okay, why is Mopower so different from everybody else's? I mean, you see Chrysler Ford, I'm sorry, Chevy Ford all over the place.
Alright,
And most mechanics, most builders, which makes Merc so special.
Chevrolet,
y-
GM,
Yeah,
alright.
yeah,
alright,
so
alright.
why is it, I mean, and it's always been that way, why is it that Mopower sits, is like always over here?
I don't know. Mopar don't put out a lot of horsepower unless you wanna start looking at these the new Hemi that's coming out. You know, I mean, which basically is small block, you know? It's not the elephant Hemi that we know of the past, you know?
Right,
And, you know,
right,
they got some guys running around with big cubic inch Hemis, 588, and bigger, barely, you know, changing blocks, they doing some things. But Chevrolet seem to have the lingo with everything. I mean, they seem to have the heads, the cranks, they seem to have everything, and
I mean,
cheap.
yeah,
They
like I said, you can kinda see them
Right.
laying around corners.
Right.
But even, you know, for as long as we've been racing, for as long as we've been in this sport, anytime you went to somebody and said, well, I got a Mopar, I got a Chrysler, I got a well, I can do it for
And they
you.
look back and say, you some kind of special.
Right. You know, and they say, well, you know, I don't really work on those, but, I mean, but those were your muscle cars back in the day, so why
Well, you know
not?
what, I'm gonna tell a story that I told before,
Uh,
but the reason I got into Mopars, when I was asking around somebody to show me, we didn't have Google and stuff then,
no.
how to adjust the cam on I had bought a hydraulic cam from Midwest Auto. And I wanted to put it in the car, and I needed to know how to adjust it. Well, some guys have different attitudes and stuff, so Chris Torn,
Mm-hmm.
he gonna show me how to adjust this cam. Well, I think we end up wiping a load, you know, you know, from the way he showed me. Since then, I put 1,800 cams in a small block Chevy,
Mm-hmm.
you know? But at that particular time, it didn't turn out too good. Now, going on with life, ran into this guy that had my first race car, 66 Cornet, right? And it was green, and it was sitting down in the projects out there, about 55th. And the motor in it was a 383, but everything was gone.
Okay.
Just the motor, heads, the rocker arms was gone, push rods was laying in there, the intake was gone, had headers on it. The guy, he wanted $30 for it. You
Really?
know?
Okay.
I said, I ain't got that. He said, how much you got? I said, I got 15. He said, it's your car. Title's in the glove compartment.
Wow.
Yeah, I bought it for $15. Now, the reason I bought it is unbelievable. The reason I bought it, guy was telling me how, you know, when he put the cam in, he got in the engine, right?
Mm-hmm.
It had this bar had the bar laying next to it with the rocker arms. And he said, oh, when you put the cam in, all you got to do is, take this bar right here with all the rocker arms on it, straighten them out and get the ones, the pointed end all over the push rod and tighten it down. And I'm like, and all you got there, it said torque it down to about, I don't know, I think it was about 35 or 25, I forgot,
Okay.
But he said torque it down, man, and you put your little 480 something lift cam in there, torque it down, put the right valve springs in the heads, and you go about your business. I said, really?
Look at this man.
Right. And I'm like, okay. The guy kind of schooled me. I mean, that was the conversation before I bought it.
Okay.
And I'm like, man, I can, $15, I'll be broke. But,
I got this car.
right. And me and Stanford, I'll never forget this.
Okay.
Me and Stanford, we took a rope, not a tow strap. We took a rope and hooked it to my old pickup truck.
Okay.
Pulled that car to the they had a stick shift, pulled that car to the gas station, then hopping up and down, it was on flats. Filled it up, filled all the tires over with air, and up Kinsman we came. That's no lie, I'll tell you, it was tripped out. Up Kinsman we came,
Y'all had a couple up kids went on the rope.
and my dad said, really? I got it. Really? And the car was clean.
I hope it was something. Okay.
Right. And, back then, I didn't know nothing,
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know nothing. What was I, 20, 19? What was I?
19.
About 19,
Mhm.
right. I didn't know nothing and knew a few guys that was into the sport, but trying to get them to show you anything was like pulling teeth.
Right. I remember.
Right.
That's funny.
So, you had to sort of like hang around and hang out. And so along came Lamont.
Okay.
You know.
Your
Glenn Render.
your carburetor guru.
Yeah. Just enough. And anybody remember the car, Just Enough? That was Lamont. Man, I can show you some tricks. I know how to tune.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Okay.
You fell for that, huh?
Well, he did know how to tune.
Yeah. I knew he knew a lot
He knew
about
more than I
carburetors.
did, but I tell you what, I got a new cam. I bought a whole nother car from a guy. I think I gave him $150 for it. It was a '69 Dodge Charger. It was wrecked, and it had a 440 in it.
Mm-hmm.
And I took it out, and the 440 was 30 over. I took it out, took it apart,
Mm-hmm.
put it back together with the cam on stuff I bought, and I got the car running. And a friend of mine came over, Raymond Lawson, and he said, "Man, you acting like Hozak."
No, that's not how you got the name.
What was it?
Huh? He
He said, "You acting like Hozak."
he said you acted like Josie Wells.
Josie Wells.
Yeah, the outlaw. And he slurred it so bad
Right.
that somebody else picked up Jose from all of that. Because it was so, yeah, I was there for that one. I was there. So I remember how you got Jose. It was like, where did this
Right.
name come from? But it was a good mistake.
Right,
Yeah.
right, right,
So Jose was born.
Right.
The attack was born.
right,
And you were actually supposed to be an outlaw.
right.
So, yeah,
No,
so.
we was outlaw. We was out there street racing
Right.
long before all this stuff. Yeah, I don't know if y'all out there listening, if y'all listen to watch YouTube. And I watch racing quite a bit on YouTube. Just this morning, I was watching some racing in Kentucky where they paid for a permit and got the road blocked off, and they got a full-fledged race.
Oh,
Wow, really?
You know what?
Was it safe?
No, but I didn't see one accident. They didn't film none.
Okay.
The cars were squirrely, but it seemed to be, now the street outlaws out there, and they got them swinging out, doing it. it seems like it's picking up all over the country.
Yeah. Oh,
I
yeah.
got one problem with that.
Okay.
I watch everyone from Thompson, Dragway 40, Jack Trout, right?
Okay.
Debaters build their business up to go in the streets. I just don't see it and I don't understand. I don't, it ain't quite something that I would upset.
Obsessed about.
Yeah,
You
I'm
know-
not obsessed about it like everybody else because,
So
man,
what? I mean, let's think about it. What is it really? Something we've already done for one thing.
well, it's that they can get a permit and do this and all that. That's cool, but guys, trust me. When you start building horsepower, which is a lot of people getting into turbos and nitrous and all that stuff,
You know what? That's my problem with that too. When you start building that kind of more power, I'm more power.
I mean,
That kind of power, and you put it on the street,
right, that's what I'm saying.
and no prep. Where exactly do you think this car is gonna land?
Well, that's my concern. You know, I mean, I think the owners that own these racetracks and put into these racetracks, they have created a place where they do a service for us where we can probably go racing and pretty
Yeah.
much come back home.
In
You
one
know,
piece.
it don't happen that way. It haven't happened that way in a lot of occasions.
Mm-hmm.
But to go about it and, you know, to go backwards, and that's what it seems like this country is doing now, going backwards.
But you know what? When it comes to no prep and what they're doing,
Right,
I think people I think it's like the adrenaline risk.
right.
Yeah, it's the adrenaline risk,
Right.
but it's so dangerous. I mean, you talk about a street.
Right,
A street doesn't have a street is a street has not been prepped. A street is all you need is one little bump that you don't see.
right. And you know, I know I'm not gonna get to nobody that really wanna do this, and I'm talking against a lot of things a lot of guys love about it. And guys, believe me, if you love anything about this sport, you know what? And if I'm saying something wrong, don't listen to me, you know?
Right.
But I'm a different animal. I appreciate our drag strips in our area. I think we got the best drag strips.
Not the most.
And in our area, that's why we got so many good racers. That's why we got so many racers. Cause back when in the 80s and 70s and all that stuff, Norwalk wasn't no joke, Jack. A lot of people, when I used to go places in the 90s, they're like, oh no, I don't want to go there. They too tough. And even at 42.
But you know what? If you think about it, that hasn't changed. If you think about some particular racers,
Right,
that has not changed.
right.
You know what? I mean, look at what we were just talking about.
Right,
We were just talking about the Mopar Nationals, right?
right,
And we were just talking about a man that put 3 people in one car.
right,
Those are drivers.
right,
You can't take that away. I mean,
No, you
that
can't
car
take it
was
away.
on point,
right,
but like Mark said, you
Right.
got some drivers out there, and these are drivers that a lot of people don't want to see,
right,
on a regular basis
Right.
because they do that.
right, right.
So if you're not down for the competition,
I'll
you
tell you
and
what.
then if you think about it, too, we're gonna talk about no prep. Well, you better know how to drive if
Right.
this is what you want to do.
Right,
So it might be a benefit to you to go up against some of these guys that can drive and put that seat time in.
right. And you know what? A lot of the no preps, they turn into, 8th mile,
Mm-hmm.
which is a little bit safer,
Okay.
not when you putting out 2,000 horses.
Right.
But, I mean, it's the sport, and I love it, and you'll catch me, when I'm not doing nothing, you'll catch me watching Street Outlaw. Just
Oh,
because
yeah.
it got racing, it's drag racing.
It's
It's drag racing.
Street Outlaws now is on all the time.
Right, right,
Literally all the time, and it's I can't say that it's dying down,
right.
but it's not. When we first watched was watching some really good races, it's really not that way anymore, cause there's so much of it.
Right.
You know, and
right.
now it's everybody, and it's anything, and it's, you know, and I literally, it's on all the time.
But you know what? I sit up, like when I know I'm gonna do, I'll find something for 20 minutes on YouTube,
Mhm.
and I look at them guys. But if I'm gonna spend a Sunday cleaning up my house around there, doing what I do,
Right, right, right.
I wanna turn on Bracket Race.
Right, but then you don't get.
You know,
But
I'm
then,
gonna enjoy
okay,
myself.
really, but
You
then,
know, I'm gonna turn on Bracket
okay,
Race.
so you know what, so if you gonna turn on bracket racing,
Right.
okay, then you might have gotten that whole corner over there clean, cause you know doggone well, you gonna sit
No,
there.
I can move around.
I
Yeah,
can't, no,
yeah.
not when it comes to something
Yeah,
that
I
I
can-
like watching,
I
cause
can
you
move
want,
around.
you know, because you wanna
And-
see that reaction
And that's
time.
how
You want, you know,
you can. I tell you what, you can't count the number of guys that I know that I send them. I'm friends with them, and I see them win a couple rounds. I send them a message. You know?
okay, yeah, see,
You
that's
know,
why,
hey, man, that
that's
was a
why,
nice round.
and that's why I know one corner got cleaned up, cause you gotta go, especially when you hear somebody that you're familiar
Yeah,
with,
yeah.
well, hold it,
Yeah.
let me go sit down, and then bracket racing is, it's entertaining. So you got to watch, come on now, we sat down, you know, we watched, cause you wanna see, you gotta see the reaction time, you gotta see bracket racing from beginning to the end, you don't get in the middle.
It's only entertaining
It is entertaining.
if you got a good announcer.
Oh my goodness, let's talk about Ron Huntley. No.
It's only entertaining. Well, let's talk about JT and JC and
CJ,
Oh,
CJ,
CJ.
the Yeager brothers.
yeah.
Yes. Oh my goodness.
I love them guys.
You know,
I love them.
I mean,
I love
yeah, they off the hook. They're
You
so
know
good.
what, people? Aaron Portburn showed me a long time ago. If you got somebody up top that knows the game that you doing down there at the bottom, everybody's gonna be educated the time they get to the third round.
And that's so true.
And that's where our sport needs to really concentrate on that a little bit more. I think it needs to be mentioned, explained to a lot of people, especially at big races.
Right.
But
right.
I think every time them guys back up into the water box or pull through the water box, I think, guys, please explain the game, because to me, and I always say this, the people of Huron County, come final time this coming September or at end of August,
Right.
watch Summit Motorsports Park, watch the stands get a little bit more filled up
Uh-huh.
with the people coming from the county that don't have nothing to do with racing. They coming out to watch the finals.
So they here.
Right.
They here, you know,
Right,
and,
right.
and you know, we're talking about announcers, and I gotta go back to Ron Huntley because I remember one of the first Mopar races that he did.
Right.
And it was the first time I heard the Atomic Dog mix. And he lived, you know what, everything plays a part in what we do and in getting the attention.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
If you're gonna play polka varieties, nobody's gonna listen to you.
Right.
But he started off with, if you remember,
Right.
you know, cause it was like, this is a big thing. And he started off with that Atomic Dog mix, and then he brought his voice in.
Right.
You know, you had Aaron Polburn who just had that voice. You know, like I said, Aaron, if you had a bubblegum machine,
Right.
he could make it sound like it was the fastest thing on that track.
Right.
He was exciting.
Right.
He was excited. CJ,
Right.
Yeager and Brian Yeager,
Right.
when they get on the mic, it's like, wow.
Right. Stephen Davenport.
Yeah, Stephen,
Right,
yep.
right,
Who are they
right.
talking about?
Right,
You know,
right,
and
right.
you want to go because all you gotta do is hear it. You want to get up there to see who are they talking about.
Right,
You
right.
know what I'm saying?
It's the excitement in their voice and the way they present the sport. I think
Yep.
that means a lot.
It means a whole lot.
Even Bill Senior,
Yeah. Oh my goodness, he was good.
he was.
You
bad
know
to
what?
the bone.
And the thing of it is now we're taking it back to when computers were only used for looking at the time.
Right.
Because we were using cards. I know because I did it a lot.
Right.
You know, you had the top card was the pit side, the bottom card was your your spectator,
Right,
you know,
right,
and
right.
you had to announce these people and then look at the computer and it gave you your time.
Right,
And but you had to watch the race.
right, right.
You know, so you got three things going on at the same time. You got to watch and see. It's like,
Right.
oh my God, you know.
Shoot, I went up in the tower with Aaron one time, and he had these circles swimming around, and they stopped. And he said, "Oh, he won a 942." I'm like, "How can you tell?
Right.
How the heck can you tell?"
You know what? But that's what I'm talking about. That was before.
Woo.
You know what I'm saying? That without, because like I said, Bill put me to work up in that tower, and I knew who did what. I said, you got so and so and so and so, and and you had to hurry up.
Right, right.
You know, you had to hurry up, and then the other thing was, now when they put you in, they put you when before the race, and they collect the cards. All the cards go into the computer,
Right,
so you see the names pop up for you.
right,
But then you had to decipher somebody's handwriting
right,
and figure out who the heck this is.
right,
You know, and make them sound good, because you never know. It might have been a kid out there for the first time.
right,
You know, and tell me everybody didn't say, what they say about?
right.
Did you hear my name in the tower? What they say?
Right.
You know what?
Right. Oh yeah, you want to
Yep.
know it. Hey, yeah.
Did they announce me?
Yeah.
You know what they
Yeah.
say? That's an exciting. That's exciting.
It's exciting. It's very exciting. It's a good sport we got here. You know.
It's an excellent sport.
Right.
You know, and you know, and it's sad to say, but we are still struggling to bring it back, to keep it. Sort
Well,
of.
yeah.
You know.
We got to. You know, we got Thompson, and I'm worried about Thompson a little bit, and that's why I want to get ready. I want to go out there I want to go to the Baby's Rainbow with children.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, though they're gonna have Street Outlaw at
Right.
Summit, but you know what? I gotta support Jim Curtis and company because
Haven't they
I
supported
don't
us?
wanna lose a track around here.
I'm
wanna
telling
lose
you.
one.
I'm
I
telling you,
don't.
and you don't.
I really
You don't.
You know.
I mean, this is a phenomenal. I talked to, you know, because I'm on the phone all day long, and I spoke with someone from Thunder Valley in Columbus, in
Okay.
the southern part, and they were talking about the stuff that was going on down there, and they still have some good races,
Right.
but they're still looking for more.
Right.
You know, the generations that are coming up are, like you said, they into the street thing.
Right. And the street thing, but you know what? And I'd like to do something with them in the future. We got junior dragsters. A lot of kids out there.
Like Zach.
Yeah, they balance.
Like Zach. Wow, you know, Aubrey.
Aubrey.
You know, I mean, they.
Aubrey graduated to the cars.
Yeah, and Zach
Killing it.
Zach is coming up fast, and he is killing.
Right.
He is killing. I don't know what he did this past weekend.
Right.
The last time I looked at him, he's like in the top 5.
Right.
So, and he may be in top 3. He's, you know, and you're just watching these kids grow.
Right.
Yeah, so it's coming.
Well, I like, you know, before I turn 72, I like to get back out there and at least race for 4 or 5 more years before I slow down completely, you know, but, 'cause I love the sport. I love it. I'm into it for the ride. I love the ride. I love the competition. I love the people.
Yep.
So,
And you know what? I wonder, since you made that statement,
Right.
I'm just wondering, did people like Joe Luzar or Russ Simmons put an age onto when they was gonna slow down? Because from what I can see,
Right.
they haven't done that yet.
No.
No. And
I don't know, Russ take a lot more vacations.
Russ should take a lot more vacation.
Right.
I mean, because considering what Russ, you know what I'm saying?
What he's going through.
Right. So Russ,
Right.
you know, Russ.
And he'd be eating some good food.
You know,
I'd be like, damn.
that man scares you. I mean, he don't miss a beat. I mean, every time you see him, it's like,
Right.
and it's not cheap food. This is food.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
nice
saying?
looking food.
It sure is.
Right.
So, you know, real quick, because I just happened to look at the time,
Right.
and I didn't do this,
Right.
so I'm going to say hello again and hi and thank you to Minota's Trophies,
No
to Harlan Sharp, to R.A. Prince Funeral Services, MT, Mickey Thompson, Tires and Wheels, Hunter Performance, P&P, Perfection Metal Polishing, BBRT, the Burt Brown Racing Transmissions, Perfect Point 501 Converters, R&R Auto Body, to the Bad Man who we had called in. Thank you again. Bad Man Racing Engines, Mr. Perry Paul Racing, WB Auto, Bill Wepler, Patty Klein Rocco from Erie Coast Customs and Collision, and of course to our sweethearts, the Boxes. All right, so yeah, I had to say hi to them again, and thank you.
All right.
Absolutely, thank you.
All
So,
right. Well, I'm in the process of changing up some of the shop stuff we doing,
okay,
stuff like that, you know? And, I wanna get some of my, I wanna do this blog, I wanna get it started,
that's cool.
and, I wanna get my motor to the shop, hopefully before the middle of this coming month. And, I gotta do something, and we gotta do something,
Okay.
we gotta do something with our grandson.
Beat it, no. Yeah, cause you got a 16
Right.
years old, man,
Wow.
dude is getting old.
Alright,
It's a good thing we getting better.
alright.
You know, what I was gonna ask you
Kid is a
about,
good kid.
he is. The one thing I was gonna ask you about, I know it's in the future, and I know it's got to be after the race season and all that, but you started it, you know, you were having field trips. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And so, you know, sometime during the spring or whatever,
Yeah, I like to do
So-
it in the spring, and I got better wheels now too, you know?
yeah, got something real comfortable now.
Right.
Yeah,
Alright, so, yeah, I'm gonna set it up with some of the sponsors.
okay,
You know, what she's talking about, y'all, is what we do is, we go to this school, right? The kids from the school, the auto school we got them from, but that's all, everybody was from the school. And some of the guys
you're
that
right,
hang out.
you're right, I almost forgot about it.
Right.
That was from, okay,
Right,
yeah,
and we grab them and we take them around to the sponsors, speed shop and stuff. We didn't do it this past year, but I wanna do it again, you
Uh-huh.
know? And take them to the speed shop and let them, you know, see they operations and stuff like that.
okay.
I wanna take some people to Harlan Sharp.
You didn't make it there.
No, we didn't make it there. So I wanna do Harlan Sharp, and I like to do Mickey Thompson Tires,
Okay,
and I like to do 501 Converter again, and I like to do a couple machine shops.
right. And so, you know, when you take them, you should let them know, we wanna go, you know, like on the inside, so they
Right.
can see, you know, how
Right. Oh, yeah,
it function and all that good
definitely.
stuff, so, yeah. You know, I have been thinking about that, and I was like, you didn't do the field trips, and everybody really got a kick out of that.
Right.
So I guess we're gonna have to hit up a couple of schools and see who we can
Right, oh yeah,
grab.
we gonna make a
Yeah.
visit and stuff like that, and, well, you know, the school that PSI, they moved, and they was a part of that,
Did they move or just leave? I mean, what
no,
happened to them?
they, I think the sister school or the brother school is down there on Superior somewhere,
Okay,
or something, so, we're gonna do our research on that, and, we're gonna be back at it again.
okay, yeah, cause I think everybody appreciated that too.
Right,
I think y'all went out and ate and all that good stuff, and
right, oh,
so
yeah.
it was really a field trip.
It was on
Y'all gotta-
club. It was
Yeah,
on-
y'all gotta have permission slips, no?
Right, and another thing we need to check on about is our membership, thing.
You know what, you actually read my mind, so I'm gonna, I need to check on that. Today was just like a
Right.
weird day,
Right,
as you know, so I will check on that first thing in the morning tomorrow. And, guys, we will let you know, and I think it's go, but we'll let you know, I'm gonna be posting the August 18th and 19th, because we need to get that out there, we're gonna talk about that.
right.
It is open comp. You know, I just gotta be honest with everybody, this has just been a trying year.
Right,
It has been a trying year, and it's been a different year.
right,
I don't know if it was the weather being so long and cold and gloomy and all that, and just things that we were going through personally, and several things that, you know, several tasks that shot up literally out of the blue, kind of throws you off a little bit,
right.
you know, and
Couple
it's,
sponsors backing out.
yeah, and it's not that, you know, we aren't as excited about doing things, you know, as before, but, you know, but life happens.
Right,
And it did, so, kind of, you know, hanging in with us, cause you know we love you. And you know, and whatever we do, we're gonna put our best foot forward, but here's the thing, I'm going to be putting up a form, as soon as I find out, this week what's going on, who's who and where we are. I'm gonna and you guys gotta join. We wanna give you, special, you know, some special awards, but you gotta be part of us. I need for you to do like you said you were gonna do, cause I was really excited when you came up with the idea.
Okay.
And you know what I'm talking about.
Right.
Yeah, so,
Well, I'm free tonight.
okay. Last time I had to pay for it. I know, it took you to dinner and everything. Now,
I'm
okay.
gonna sell sometime, you know?
Last time I had to pay for it. Y'all don't need to know. But anyway, so I just think that the idea that you had was just great. So I'm just kind of excited to see. I tell you after the show.
All right.
It was your idea.
All right.
So but I tell you after the show. So
All
you know.
right. So we're gonna get out of here at 10, right? I don't like my ride being out there too long in the dark, you know? It misses me.
Not in 10 minutes.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
So I did do the sponsors, and again, we thank you.
Right.
And our new
But,
sponsors. Go
who
ahead.
won that Townsend this year? You didn't give me some money at Townsend and,
I thought you had that.
no, I didn't.
Okay, you were up all day.
I was
Are you?
outside all day.
I was at work.
I was up, I got up and got out. I had to go pick up some parts, cause I'm starting to, I'm gonna do a blog again. I'm gonna tell y'all again, I'm doing a blog. And I'm taking certain parts out of this car, putting it back. And I'm modifying a few things. Then I'm gonna take it bracket racing.
Okay.
So,
You know, a special shout out to Willie Peterson, who flew up beside me this morning.
thank you, Willie.
Thanks for the help. It was greatly appreciated.
Hey, somebody's birthday, Tom Hyatt's birthday today, ain't it? Is it Tom Hyatt?
Well, I said happy birthday to Tim Campbell.
Tim Campbell? Okay, Tim Campbell, that's a little,
Didn't we just do it like
I
half an hour
I
ago?
was over there, I wasn't even listening to it.
I said happy birthday to everybody, to
Pulling
Odessa.
my teeth and all
Yeah.
that. Tom Fisher had my birthday. Okay, here go 42. This is about this coming week. This coming week, they get, at Driveway 42, they got Quick Rod, Super Rod, Hot Rod,
They got rods.
yeah, Super Stock. They got it all. My goodness.
Well, that's really special.
All right.
You got a phone call.
We have a phone call. Let's
We
see.
got a phone call.
Let's see who our
We got 9 minutes left.
they
We
got
a phone call.
they got tired of listening to us talk.
Hello.
Hey, hello, can you hear me?
Yes. I can hear you.
Again, it's Kristen Barino.
Wow!
Are you all going to 42 this weekend? I heard you talking about it.
No, I'm just talking about it. Junior will be out there.
Well, what you got going?
Okay, well,
What's going on?
All right. We be out there the 18th, 19th of August. That's our race day.
Yeah, I'll be out there the 18th of August. Too.
Okay, all
But
right.
it's also Tony Rudy's birthday at Affordable Muffler.
Okay,
Oh, okay.
They are good guys.
okay. All
That's
right.
awesome.
Well, make sure they coming out.
Party.
I guess because she's gonna be out there.
She's gonna be out there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's
Well,
gonna
happy
be right.
birthday
Y'all.
to who? Tony was. Happy birthday to him, man.
Tony Rudy at
Tony.
Affordable Muffler.
At Affordable
He
Muffler.
races too.
Okay,
All
okay.
right. All right. Tony Rudy at Affordable Mufflers.
So hey. So
Hey, I
yeah.
might have to come see him because my truck is getting kind of loud.
Well-
They have the best prices ever, and their work is phenomenal.
Okay.
Oh, that's cool.
That'll work.
That's cool. So we're
Yeah,
gonna have to talk about it.
They will beat anybody else. I just got a full exhaust from the catalytic converter back, and it was $125.
Wow, that's a good price.
That's a good price.
That's a
Right.
good price.
Right.
Hey,
Yeah.
Christy, I got a question for you. You know what? I don't want you to go yet, but how's the baby?
Everybody's fine.
Good.
Good.
Okay.
That's good.
Okay.
Yeah. All right.
Everybody's fine. We still miss, Dad. but-
Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah. We went by his house.
I
Remember
know-
we went by his house?
I know where he's at. I
Alright,
talked to him in the car.
okay.
I know what you mean. I know
Alright.
exactly what you mean. Yep,
Alright.
yep. So yeah, he, you know what? And he's right there.
Alright.
Oh, yeah, I talked to both my mom and my dad, and I looked at the passenger seat today, and I said, Mom and Dad, how do you both fit in that seat? No, Mom, you're on Dad's lap.
No, Lord. That's cool.
That's great.
That's good. Yeah. I think we all do. I know I do.
You know,
Yeah, I do.
we was looking at a house down in Medina County, and we went by your dad's house. And I said, yeah, there go Rock's place right there.
Yeah, for sure were.
Beautiful house,
Yeah.
beautiful. And he built that, the garage. He was doing the work in there, man, oh man. I would love to have a place like that, even at my age.
Ever. But
I still like getting out in the yard all day.
Mhm.
I love it, you know. I can't wait to start on my project, you know. I got a project I'm doing my Mopar, getting ready for the Mopar race next year. And I got a lot of plans for it.
Okay.
I heard you was out at the track. I hate I missed you, but Saturday, I just couldn't seem to get in gear.
That happens.
Every time I try to, every time I try to think about going, I went out in the garage and I stayed there and started doing stuff. And next thing I know, I'm under the car, I'm under the trailer, I'm inside the camper. I got so much work to do, I just don't know where to stop and start.
Well, I was making new products for kids, for adults that just can't get out of the garage. And do you remember those little beanbag ashtrays?
Yes. Yes.
I wanted to make a big one that you could fit a dinner plate in and put it on wheels. I wanted to fabricate one of those. So when
Yeah.
your man doesn't come in and you're worried about him and he's not gonna get out from underneath that car, you just wheel it right under the car.
And you know what, Christy? Here's the thing. We never worried about him because we were out there with him. We had more dinners in the garage, in the garage, and then we just go. So yeah, that's a good idea here. Just is down at your level, put a jack under it, eat, and go back to work.
Hey,
Well, my dad would never listen. I'd have to grab him by the ankles and pull him out and hand him a sandwich, and then I'd shove him back under there.
Yeah, mostly when I'm outside in the garage, I like a sandwich and maybe some chips or fries or something,
Right.
That'll keep you going. You eat a 4-course meal and you out there trying to do something, then you wanna go somewhere and take a nap.
You go to sleep.
Alright, and I haven't been eating regularly, I've been kinda lay off the sweets.
A little bit.
Well, that's good. Right off the food.
But I love ice cream.
Well, you sure do. You eat ice cream.
I love ice cream.
See, ice cream lasts in my freezer it'll last a long time. before I
Right.
get-
Have you ever felt like sometime you just wanted to get in the car and go get you a nice custard ice cream? Remember that Euclid Beach custard ice cream?
And he used to have
Oh,
it at the
Honey
auto.
Nut.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. Honey Hut is good. Honey
Right.
Hut ice cream, that is really good.
Right,
That is real. There's one not too far from here.
right.
Yeah,
I
not too
love
far.
that, I love it. I love that.
That's homemade custard. It's
And I
good.
like mine with the sprinkled nuts on top.
All right, Kim. You got
What's wrong? What'd I say?
I know you gotta go. I will look for Junior at 42 this Saturday.
Right.
Okay, yeah, he'll be out there bright-eyed, bushy tail.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
know
you're
how
gonna be
I
out there,
ride.
and I might come out and shoot a little bit, I don't know, all depends on how much I get done in the morning. If I can get up and get out early, I can take off and get out there before 4. I like to get out there before 4,
Okay,
before they start elimination,
that's what's up.
Yeah, well, there's this thing called Go going to bed early and using an alarm clock.
Okay.
Right, right,
Tell
right.
it again.
You know what, I gotta admit, I understand the alarm clock part, but the other part is, sometimes it's just
Well,
hard.
sometimes you get into a good movie, and it's like we get home, and I find the movie at 11, and it goes off at 2:30.
Darn that movie.
I mean,
Well,
we
you
get,
turn off the TV and take a couple of melatonin pills,
Okay,
and non-drug stuff.
right,
Right.
right.
Yeah.
oh, I definitely take, I take a little bit, something to help me sleep. That always, because I didn't take one the other night, before we went to Norwalk Sunday. I didn't take none, Saturday night, and I couldn't sleep.
Oh, wow.
It was
Okay.
6:30 and I was up. And then I finally got up
Wow.
at 9:30, yeah.
Wow.
I have some good stuff to put me to sleep too. It's called Kettle One.
Got a one.
Delicious, fat free.
What is it?
Right on out.
What?
Sometimes I drop an olive in it.
What? You know what? I was gonna say. You know what? I was thinking, isn't that okay? And then I thought did they make something I know? So drop my, you know what? Raise you. What? Okay.
Hey, well, you know, you can also see us on YouTube. Oh, we live on YouTube right now at, what's that, Drag Racing Ultimate Sport, right?
Drag Racing Ultimate Sport.
Ultimate Sport.
Yeah, no
Drag
the.
Racing, no the.
No the.
Drag Racing
Ultimate Sport. Right,
So
right.
we're on YouTube Live, so not only you're gonna be able to see us, you can hear us, you can listen to No Static Radio, and we're gonna pick it up in the next few months.
That's gonna be great.
Because September gonna be a blast.
Yes, it is.
We're gonna rock September.
Yep. Yep. We're gonna be
Yeah,
We
Mr.
are- we
Alan
will be busy.
Ward coming in from
coming to
Australia.
Australia. Yep. You know,
Yes.
bringing us some some red frogs.
Right.
Some red frogs.
Hey, you gotta make it to the
So it's on
Okay.
YouTube at Drag Racing Ultimate Sport.
Drag Racing
Yes,
Ultimate Sport.
yes.
We live right now. If they haven't cut me off,
Right.
my tablet way over there in the corner.
So we don't know.
Right.
We don't know what they're doing. We know what we're
Last
doing.
time I looked, wasn't nobody looking.
That's okay. They have to get used to that now.
Yeah, they do have to
Right.
get used
Yeah.
to it, and
Yeah, they gotta
Yeah,
get used
they-
to
they
it.
get
I
used to
usually do it on Facebook.
Right. And that's what they're looking for you.
Right,
Yeah, absolutely.
yeah,
right,
the bigger views will come after
right.
us.
So I'm gonna let everybody know I'm
Yeah.
jumping over to this. And this way we can keep a record. They keep us, you know.
Because you always
yeah,
keep the
I
thumbs
got-
up, thumbs down,
I'm
all that
starting the
stuff.
page, and we can keep a record. And if anybody wanna go back and say, oh, you said this, so, well, you go
Sounds
back.
great.
You
Yeah,
know,
we can
yeah.
rewind.
Because there's one thing about this sport that I refuse to do. I'm in this sport not with BS. I refuse to BS anybody.
Okay.
You know, this is true drag racing.
Absolutely.
Good people,
Absolutely.
the best people on the planet,
Yes.
for real.
We think so. That's what we call them ultimate.
Right?
Told
Ultimate,
you.
that's why we call it the ultimate sport.
Yeah.
Because of the people in the sport and the way the sport presented is nothing but action, baby.
Ultimate. Well, you know what? We are coming down to our closing hour.
We
Our
are
closing
coming down.
second.
Thanks for
Christy
coming.
Melito! It's so good to hear from you. I'm glad everything.
Yeah, we get to babbling all
I
night.
Yeah.
know.
So you guys take care, and I'll catch you at one track or another.
Yes, you
Okay.
will. Tell all the fam we said hey, we love them.
All right,
Yep, love you guys.
All righty, take care.
take care.
You too.
Bye bye. All right, Mark Cook and Christy,
Right.
you know, and they're still doing a great thing. I think somebody had an anniversary. Yeah, I think it was yesterday. One of the Eric that we met.
Okay. all
Yeah,
right.
so they had an anniversary and happy
Right.
anniversary and all that good stuff. I
Right.
wished him a happy anniversary.
Oh,
That's
you know, and congratulations to Dean Watts. He got married, him and Christina got married.
Oh,
Over the weekend.
they did. Okay, well,
Right.
congrats.
Right.
Everybody's got anniversaries. You know,
Right.
my friend Roz.
Yeah.
It's her one whole year.
All right,
You know, even though they've been together for like 1,000 years, but
all right.
but July's been a good month.
Alright,
It's just been a different year. Just,
Right.
you know, and like I said, life happens.
alright.
I hear location. Our location is 3030 Euclid Avenue, downtown, well, uptown Cleveland, right across the street from the Channel 5 building.
Is we at
Midtown.
3030?
We're midtown.
Yeah, we're at 30, Midtown. You're right, Midtown. Yeah,
Wow.
we're at 3030.
3030?
30 Euclid. Mm-hmm. In
Alright,
Suite 409,
349.
you know, and I don't, you know, if
Suite
you want to go.
409.
Suite 409.
Oh, I thought you said 34.
No, I said Suite 409.
Suite
Remember the
409.
cleaner 409? That's double strong. But anyway.
I still got some.
Ooh, wow. You know what? And the door is always open. If you think that you have, I gotta put it out there. If you think that you have a show and you need to talk, you need to get in contact with us. Let us know what you're about.
Alright.
Thank you, Christy and to Mark. Again, congratulations to all of our winners.
Alright.
And it was great. And to all of our sponsors, we want to thank you again for your support.
Hey,
We'll be
Joe.
contacting.
We got a picture of you up here, Joe, Flying Dartman.
Oh, Joe Luzar.
So Luzar
You
Junior.
did the same thing I did.
Right,
See?
right.
All right,
Yeah.
so here we go. Your location. I gave you the location. With that being said, let's decisive.
Can you turn our music up a little bit?
She has to get.
Right.
She got to get her equip on.
Alright.
Oh, okay, there it is. Can you hear it now?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Let's see here.
She's you know. All
See
right.
what I got. Thought I saved something.
Did you say something?
We're gonna get out of here, y'all.
You know, what she saying something? You know, and in the meantime, before we leave, of course, thank you to the gunman that was here.
Gunman.
The gunman that was here Friday. Undisputed.
Thomas, the gunman.
Yes, undisputed lightweight. And he, you know what? He's gonna be hanging out with us at the
Yeah, man,
shakedown.
right
Yes,
there,
he's gonna be
yeah,
hanging out with us. Stay tuned tomorrow night for Live, Love, and Laughter with your super host, CBO School and Jay Toya. And they'll be on tomorrow at 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. They talk about health, they talk about lupus, and then she always does the greatest throwbacks I've ever had the have fun.
That's
Just
throwback.
throwback. I mean, she comes up with some stuff, so stay tuned for them.
Yeah, I was thinking about getting her to do another Institute of J Toya. I thought that was really good.
Yeah, she needs to do that. So stay tuned for them tomorrow. And Mr. Sison, what do you have to tell the good people?
Maybe the journey isn't so much about becoming anything. Maybe it's about unbecoming everything that isn't really you, so you can be who you were meant to be in the first place. Love you like a Wednesday in the middle of the week, and there's nothing you can do about it. And see you guys next time.
I like that.
Right.
That's really good. I'm gonna have to, go on Google and bring up some inspirational things to say.
On the 18th of August, Cuja will be presenting a couple of awards. Producing some pioneers and a couple of awards for
I'm a pioneer.
that I've been holding on to this stuff I need to pass out.
Okay, all right. All right, so we'll see you on the 18th of August. In the meantime,
I'm a
Yeah.
pioneer.
yeah, I'm telling you.
All right.
In the meantime, be blessed. You know, I can always say, put God first. You cannot succeed without her. She just did hers.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, but I will throw in and say, I
Okay.
didn't do the TRC.
Oh, go ahead.
No,
sorry about
I'm not gonna, no, that's me. And, so you know anybody that's going through hardship and getting beat up at home, tell them call the Trauma Recovery Center and they will help immediately. I mean, 2 snaps and a twist and you can't miss.
What?
216-644-5487. See, I know the number by heart.
Yeah, I know, you done it at no times.
All right.
This has been a great weekend.
All right.
We got more to come.
All right.
All right, and like I said, No Static Radio is on the move. Put God first. Put God first, because there is no in between. You can't do anything without Him. Do something so phenomenal that your future thanks you for, and I thank you for all being here and for these 2 people sitting right across from me right now. With that being said, the president says,
Passion. We do this for the passion of the sport, for the love of the sport, and the people in the sport. And awesome, I'm gonna say the word awesome because that's what I witnessed this past weekend. I only went out one day and I seen 3 big guys beat on a little car.
Oh my
You know,
God.
and the car didn't flinch. And hats off to the transmission guy,
You just didn't see his pain.
who I don't know who it was that put the transmission in there, but definitely hats off to the guy that done the machine work, that done the motor, was Mr. Mark Cook from Badman Racing. You know, love you, Mark. Thanks for calling in. Hey, awesome weekend, guys. Awesome. And hello, Alan. Love you, man. Can't wait till you get here in September. Joe Luzar, Mark Falk. These are guys was racing guys when I was out there, heavy, and they still knocking them down. So, hey, I got to shout out to them because Mark was doing his thing.
You know what, you gotta say, just cause it's a little snow on the roof, don't
Right.
mean they ain't fire underneath.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's true. So, hey, with that being said, guys, you take care and live every day like it's your last. Trust me. Enjoy every moment of your life because we're not built to last forever. With that
That's
being said,
unfortunate. That's unfortunate. Oh, go ahead.
yeah, with that being said, we may not have it all together, but together we have it all.
Righteous.
Good night, God bless.
Good night.
And I'm out. Thanks for listening in, or looking in.
Night, y'all.
Good night. I'm gonna turn this thing on. We're gonna get out of here. Oh, man. Oh, it's still going.
What?
Yeah. Hey. It was on for an hour, 45 minutes. Thanks again. No Static Radio, LLC, Kuja.net. Take care. How do I end this thing now? I got to figure it out.
They're finished somewhere.
Next week, I'm going to show y'all some drag racing on here. It don't have no finish.
Boom.
Well, how I end this? How do I end this?
Just hit the done button. Is there something to say done or something?
Nope.
Let me see.
see. They got a bar over here.
Maybe you have to scroll up or something to see it.
It should be that play button or stop that play. You got a play button at the bottom. Hold on. Let me,
Ooh.
Did you find it?
Oh, it got live chat on here too.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
People watching, they can
I was
catch it.
in.
Thank you for listening to NoStaticRadio.net. Coming up next year,
Hit the screen and see it.
regular evening unwind here on No Static Radio, where we don't bring the static, where we shut up, bring the noise. Check us out on social media, where we absolutely love to hear from you on Facebook.com/No Static Radio LLC, or on Twitter at No Static_Radio. Now back to the show.